Today, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you might want to consider upgrading your OnePlus 6 or 6T to the new OnePlus 7 Pro. Let's go. Number 1, the display. So this is going to be the first time we see a OnePlus device with a more than 1080p Full HD display. Now don't get me wrong here, because the display on the OnePlus 6 and 6T is really awesome. It's enough for most people. The colors are great. There's no color shift when it's off axis. It really is a good screen. But with that said, the OnePlus 7 Pro has a new fluid AMOLED display, which is the first time we're going to see a 1440 by 3120 screen on a OnePlus device. So the pixel density on the new OnePlus 7 has improved from 402 pixels per inch on the OnePlus 6 and 6T to now 516 pixels per inch on the OnePlus 7 Pro. And let's be honest about this, it's just better. And it's all screen, no notch. And if that wasn't enough, there's now a massive improvement in the refresh rate. It's now 90 Hertz. And it's an OLED. We've seen LED screens with 90 Hertz refresh rates, but OLED is better, which makes this screen right now really unique. So that 90 Hertz is going to make it faster and smoother. So the OnePlus 7 has a bigger display at 6.7 inches, which means it's going to need a bit more power, and the battery cell inside has also been upgraded. So the 6 and 6T had a 3400 mAh battery. The new OnePlus 7 Pro has an epic, mind-blowing 4000 mAh battery. So that's a big improvement there. Number 2, the cameras. So the OnePlus 6 and 6T has a dual camera layout, 16 megapixel primary, 16 megapixel wide, and then on the front you've also got a 16 megapixel. And if there was one area that I wish this phone was a little better in, it is the cameras. Now that's not to say that it's not good, it's just that I've been spoiled by other phones like the Mate 20 Pro, the Google Pixel 3, the XZ3, the View 20, which actually has the same sensor as the new OnePlus 7 Pro, which is the Sony IMX 48 megapixel sensor. As the primary, it's a 1/2 inch sensor, and what this means for you is that now the OnePlus 7 can actually absorb more light than the OnePlus 6 and 6T, which means you're going to get better low light performance. But not only that, you're going to get much more detail in your photos. So it has the ability to do 4-in-1 pixel binning, which means you're going to get way more data into those photographs. So if you're shooting in RAW in particular and you put it into Lightroom, you're going to be able to do way more editing and enhancements to your photographs, which means you're going to get better photos. And again, I just want to emphasize the OnePlus 6T isn't bad, because I use it for pretty much all of my Instagram shots and people seem to really like those. So it's definitely good enough. But if you want to take your photography to the next level, you might want to consider the upgrade. Now combine that with the all new ultra wide 16 megapixel sensor inside the OnePlus 7 Pro, which can shoot a photo at 118 degrees. And just so you get an idea of how much that is, they say the human eye can take in roughly 120 degrees. So if you hold your phone up like this and take a photo, it's pretty much going to take a photo of what you can see. And this is pretty handy when you're trying to take a sort of group photo of lots of people and you're backing up, you're backing up, you're backing up, and you end up falling off a cliff like Wile E. Coyote. Well, that won't happen, because you can just switch to the ultra wide mode and take that photo without having to move too far. Now let's not forget the OnePlus 7 Pro's third eye, which is an 8 megapixel telephoto lens. On the OnePlus 6 and 6T, you had a 2x digital zoom on the device, but optical zoom is always going to be better. So if you're a passionate photography phenom, then the upgrades to the camera tech is definitely a very good reason to upgrade. Sound and vision go hand in hand, and the OnePlus 7 Pro has one of the most beautiful screens on any flagship smartphone today. But what about the sound? So up until this point, one of the weaknesses that I feel the OnePlus devices had was in the speaker tech, because they've always gone for just a single downward firing speaker. When it comes to gaming or watching movies, you kind of mute that by accident when you're holding the device. Now, this is no longer a weakness. because now you have stereo speakers in the OnePlus 7 Pro. So if you're the type of person who likes to consume a lot of content on your device, especially video content, then this is a good reason why you might want to consider the upgrade. However, if you prefer to listen to stuff through headphones most of the time, then maybe it's not that exciting for you, but for me, it's kind of a big deal.
I don't know how to put this. I'm kind of a big deal.
The OnePlus 6 and 6T had the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 with up to 10 gigabytes of RAM that you could get in the McLaren edition, and by today's standards, it's still one of the fastest phones on the market. But now, the OnePlus 7 Pro has up to 12 gigabytes of RAM and the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, which is 3 times faster than the 845 in this device and 2 times faster than Apple's A12 Bionic that you see in the iPhone XS. So eat that, Apple.
It's not right.
And the improvements delivered by the Snapdragon 855 aren't just limited to the speed. We're talking about improvements in AI, connectivity, camera functionality, and loads more stuff. And if you want to check out a video about the 855, I made one of those a while ago, so I'll link that below this video. And on top of that, you've now got UFS 3.0 storage system, which basically allows read and write speeds to be 79% faster on the device. And that's crazy. You've got the speed boost from the new Snapdragon, and you've got this new file storage system, which is gonna be super fast. And as well as that, the modem has also been improved from the OnePlus 6T and 6. They had a Cat16 modem, whereas now the new OnePlus 7 Pro has a Cat18 modem, which means faster connectivity, which brings me nicely on to the 5th reason why you might want to consider the upgrade. So you've got this beautiful full display OLED 90Hz refresh rate panel combined with the world's most powerful smartphone processor, the Snapdragon 855. But inside the Snapdragon 855 is the new Adreno 640 GPU. The OnePlus 6 and 6T had the Adreno 630, which is actually 20% slower than the new 640. And remember, nobody can give you your time back.
I need you to give my time back to me. Can you give me back my time?
And with those 2 features alone, the OnePlus 7 is a really awesome gaming phone. But there's more. OnePlus have rebranded and improved upon their gaming mode that was present in the OnePlus 6T. Enter FNATIC mode. So FNATIC is an esports gaming company who have put their name on this functionality. So essentially what this mode will do is engage all thrusters, strip down all of the backgrounding apps, enhance your network connectivity, and focus everything onto your gaming experience, making sure you get the lowest latency and the best performance, and it's got maybe the best gaming screen on any smartphone device. So you thought that was it, didn't you? So when you're gaming, you're under a lot of pressure. Your device is under a lot of pressure, and as it begins to heat up, the performance begins to be throttled to sort of counteract that overheating. Well, there is a solution for this in the OnePlus 7 Pro, which the OnePlus 6 and 6T doesn't have. Beneath the surface of the OnePlus 7 screen is a 10-layer liquid cooling system strategically placed to keep your gaming device cool under pressure. But as for you, the gamer under pressure, let's just hope you're not one of those people who like to rage quit.
Holy shit!
And as well as everything I just mentioned in the OnePlus 7 Pro, there's also an improved and more powerful and more accurate haptic feedback system. So when you get shot and stuff like that, you're gonna feel it on your device. So that's my top 5 reasons why you might want to consider the upgrade. I know I skipped over the 30-watt warp charging, which is way faster than dash charging, but I still consider dash charging to be one of the best out there at the moment. So you might not want to upgrade just based off of that. And I also didn't mention the 5G variant, which is coming very, very soon from EE here in the UK. That's another really good reason to upgrade as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. And when you think about spending the money, just remember, you can always make more money, but nobody can give you your time back.
Can you give me back my time? Can you give my time back to me? Huh?